Hello, Semper Fortis Jiu Jitsu family. Thanks for tuning in. This week's question of the week, we have been doing a video series on building a small business in martial arts school. I'm going to take a break into the series, and I want to address a disturbing message I received from a student that happens to watch my videos, who trains with a different team in a different state. But I thought it was a very important issue, and I wanted to be able to address it, and then we'll pick up the video. We'll continue to do the videos on the business. But as important questions come in, I want to be able to tackle them. And this was like just really a disturbing question, and I wanted to be able to attack it, to address it. So here goes. Hi, Saad. Back in December, I was attacked by someone in my BJJ school. The head instructor was gone, so he does not know about this. I have not felt safe going back since. I was sparring with a guy, and he taps me out. He then starts talking to a brown belt, and I say, there is still time on the round. Let's keep sparring. Higher belts have told me similar things when I get too chatty, and I just go with it. This guy screams, "You can't tell me what to do. I am not a child," over and over again, and attacks me. He then gets me in an armbar and almost breaks my disabled arm. The brown belt is coaching him the whole time. A blue belt saw the whole thing and told me to get over it and not tell my professor. My attacker and I are both white belts, so it's not like I was trying to prove that I'm better than a higher belt. Many higher belts actually say that they like my humble attitude. What should I do? Is it too late to tell my professor? So, first of all, I am really sorry something like this happened to you at a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. It's totally unacceptable, and the short answer is no, it's not too late to tell your professor. In fact, you will be doing your professor and the school owner a huge favor by letting them know what happened. Because what happened is totally unacceptable. The bottom line is a tap in jiu-jitsu is something that has to be respected, because we are trusting each other with our bodies. Like, you are choking me, you have me in a joint lock, some kind of leg lock, wrist lock, knee bar, ankle lock. I'm trusting you with my body. And I have to trust that you're going to respect the tap. And also that even if I don't tap in time, you're going to be aware and not injure me. I'm trusting you to do that. And when a person shows behavior like you have described, one, at my school, I would put him out of the school. The white belt would be done. That's my first reaction. And not only the white belt, but the brown belt, who not only coached him, so I know he saw the whole thing unfold. And for if one of my brown belts witnessed such a thing and didn't address it themselves, I'd have to reevaluate whether they can be at my school too, because hey, I'm looking at brown belts for leadership. It's not what white belts want to do. The white belts don't get to determine the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu culture of my gym. And I expect my brown belts to be in tune with what is acceptable and what's not acceptable, and to correct people when they see them do something that's unacceptable. And anybody that has ever trained with me knows that something like this is totally unacceptable. So I would not only have a one-way unpleasant conversation with that white belt that attacked you, but also with the brown belt that coached him and did not correct the attacker. That's just outrageous. I'm just stunned that it happened. I mean, I'm not surprised, because I've been to a lot of schools and I've seen a lot of meatheads in jiu-jitsu, unfortunately. And some schools just foster meatheads. That's what they do, and it's just a kill or be killed kind of thing, and bullying is almost encouraged. But not at good jiu-jitsu schools, and not at businesses that want to survive. Because it's not just that your instructor could lose you as a student. It may very well lose you as a student. It's anybody that saw what happened they might also lose that person. And not only that, if that white belt and that brown belt are not corrected, who else will they do this to? Because from what you described, you're just saying, hey, there's more time on the round, let's finish out the round. That's not like a threatening thing or a aggressive thing. It's just like, hey, we're training, let's finish it out instead of being chatty. Like that's a basic expectation when we train jiu-jitsu. Let's finish out the round. So you didn't do anything wrong. And so it just bothers me that this kind of behavior goes on. And if your instructor, your professor is worth his salt, he will be glad that you address this to him, and he will immediately fix it. And maybe you don't see the white belt and the brown belt at the school no more. Or maybe at a minimum, at my school, they would be apologizing to you. Because this is just unacceptable. And for anybody else in the jiu-jitsu community that's watching this, man, do better than this. Be better than what's described here, because this is ridiculous. We need to be better. And if you value your school, just know that adults will not pay for this kind of behavior, whether it's for their children or whether it's for themselves. Like maybe they got bullied in grade school, middle school, high school. Nobody's going to pay to be bullied and mistreated like this. So it's bad for the school you're at, it's bad for the school owner, and it's bad for you, because your team should be embracing you. Your team should be empowering you, trying to help you be better. And you describe what you said as a disabled arm. They should be trying to make you stronger, trying to make you better, not beating you down like this. This is horrible. So whoever these people are, they should be ashamed of themselves. And you deserve better. So keep me informed on what your instructor does, but please let him know, because you're doing him a favor. You're doing his business a favor by letting him know that there's stuff like this going on at his school. And he's probably totally unaware that people act like this, but he needs to fix it immediately. Not only for your best interest, but for his best interest. All right. Got a question for next week? Feel free to fire below. I'll be doing a video next week also on businesses, but as questions come in, I will divert over like questions like this and make that the question of the week. And then just keep going, because I got several questions for business questions, how to start a small business, how to run a martial arts school, and we'll keep building on that too. So go out there, do great things. Thank you so much. Ciao.